It's Friday night and your friend group is planning another expensive dinner. You could easily cover the whole tab, but you split it evenly like you always do. No one at that table knows you just crossed 6 figures in net worth. And that is exactly how you keep winning. My name is Evan, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, human psychology, and why some people seem to glide through financial challenges while others are constantly stressed about their bank account balance. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this information helps you out. Here's why this matters. Think about fitness. The people who post every gym session, they usually quit in 3 months. The ones who never mention it, they're still lifting 5 years later. Wealth works the same way. Visibility creates friction. Silence compounds results. Let's break down the math and psychology of why acting poor while getting rich is the highest return move you can make. Number 1, the envy tax is real and it's expensive. Here's a number most people ignore. Studies on social comparison show that when someone sees a peer earn or spend significantly more, reported life satisfaction drops by 12 to 18%. Not because anything changed in their life, but because you changed the benchmark. You bought a new car, you posted the vacation, you mentioned the promotion, and suddenly you are not their friend anymore. You are the standard they are failing to meet. What this means for you is simple. Every visible upgrade you make creates invisible distance. Friendships cool, family dynamics shift. People start attributing your success to luck or privilege instead of discipline. And here's the consequence nobody talks about. You start spending to maintain the image. You upgrade again to prove you belong. You pick up more tabs to smooth over tension. The envy tax is not just emotional, it is financial. You are bleeding money to manage relationships that were fine before you showed your hand. Let me make this concrete. Say you buy a $60,000 car. Your friend who drives a $25,000 sedan does not see transportation anymore. They see a statement. Dinner conversations change. They stop sharing wins because yours seem bigger. They decline invitations because they feel outclassed. You sense a shift and compensate, covering drinks, suggesting cheaper places, downplaying your success. But the damage is done. The car cost you $60,000 plus the relationship tax you will pay for years. The action here is surgical. Cap your visible spending at or below your peer group average, even as your net worth climbs. Drive the paid-off car, rent the normal apartment, skip the flex purchases, let people underestimate you. That gap between what you have and what they think you have, that is your margin of safety. And here's the bonus. You avoid the upgrade treadmill entirely. No pressure to keep up appearances, no stress about maintaining a lifestyle you bought to impress people who do not actually care. Number 2, request scale with visibility, not with your actual capacity. Here's a psychology principle called perceived availability bias. Once people see wealth signals, the nice watch, the upgraded home, the effortless spending, they assume you have infinite access. They do not see your savings rate or your debt payoff or your retirement contributions. They see the surface and they start asking. A cousin needs $5,000 for a car repair. A friend wants you to invest in their startup. A family member assumes you will cover holiday travel. Saying no gets harder because now they know you can afford it. And every no damages the relationship. You are stuck choosing between your financial plan and being seen as selfish. Let's make this concrete. If you're saving 20% of $75,000, that is $15,000 a year going to your future. One $5,000 loan wipes out 4 months of progress. 3 requests like that and your entire year of discipline is gone. And here's the kicker, the money rarely comes back. Loans to family and friends have a repayment rate under 40%. That $5,000, it is gone. But the expectation that you will say yes next time, that stays forever. The consequence is decision fatigue. Every request becomes a negotiation. You start avoiding calls, you rehearse explanations, you feel guilty for protecting money you worked hard to earn. Your plan derails not because you failed, but because visibility created obligations you never signed up for. Now add this up over 10 years. Say you field an average of 2 requests per year at $3,000 each. Even if you say no half the time, you are still giving away $30,000. That is not generosity. That is a tax on looking successful. And $30,000 invested at 7% over 20 years, that becomes $116,000 you sacrificed because people knew you had money. The fix is simple, but most people will not do it. Keep your wealth invisible. When no one knows you have it, they do not ask for it. You avoid the guilt, the pressure, the slow drain. You stay on track. And if you do help someone, it is on your terms, not because visibility backed you into a corner. Number 3, security comes from being underestimated. Let's shift gears to a darker reality. Loud wealth makes you a target. Scammers, thieves, predatory salespeople, they do not see you. They see opportunity, and the math here is brutal. The FBI reports that financial fraud victims with visible wealth markers lose an average of $42,000 per incident, 3 times higher than low-profile targets. Why? Because scammers invest more time when they think the payout is bigger. Romance scams, investment schemes, fake urgent requests from hijacked contacts. They all scale effort based on perceived net worth. Here's what that means in plain English. Wearing designer labels or posting luxury purchases is not just showing off, it is advertising. You are telling strangers, online and offline, that you are worth targeting. And once you are targeted, the attacks do not stop at money, identity theft, home break-ins, ransom schemes. The risks compound. Think about your digital footprint. Every vacation photo with a luxury hotel, every car post, every restaurant check-in at high-end spots. You are building a profile for someone who wants to exploit you. They know where you live, what you drive, when you travel, and modern scams are sophisticated. They will impersonate your bank, they will fake emergencies, they will social engineer their way into your account using details you posted publicly. Now, zoom out. The wealthiest people you have never heard of? That is not an accident. They dress normal. They drive normal cars. They live in normal neighborhoods, not because they cannot afford more, but because anonymity is a feature, not a bug. Being underestimated means walking through the world without a target on your back. Here's your move: audit your visibility. Delete posts showing expensive purchases. Stop name-dropping brands. Keep your home address off public records if you can. If you must spend big, do it in private. Travel, experiences, things that do not broadcast. Security is not paranoia, it is math. Every visible signal you remove is one less vector for someone to exploit. Number 4, lifestyle inflation kills compounding before it starts. Here's the objection I hear most. I earned this money. Why should I pretend I did not? Fair question. Let's run the numbers. Say you make $80,000. You save 15%, $12,000 a year. Over 20 years at 7% real return, that is $520,000. Solid. But now you get a raise to $100,000. Most people inflate their lifestyle to match. New apartment, new car, better dinners, savings rate stays at 15%, $15,000 a year. Sounds like progress, but here's the invisible cost. If you had kept your lifestyle at $80,000 and saved the full extra $20,000, that would add over $860,000 over the same 20 years. You just left $340,000 on the table because you upgraded your life instead of your net worth. This is where psychology becomes money. Every time you act rich, you lock in higher fixed costs, higher rent, higher car payment, higher baseline expectations. You build a life that requires you to keep earning at peak capacity forever. One layoff, one health issue, one market downturn, and you are in trouble. The alternative is stealth wealth. Keep living like you make $80,000. Bank the gap. Let your net worth climb while your lifestyle stays stable. That gap is not deprivation, it is leverage. It is walking away money. It is the difference between needing your job and choosing your job. Here's another angle. Most people think wealth is about spending more, but real wealth is about needing less. When you act poor, you build immunity to lifestyle creep. Your expenses stay flat, your income grows, the gap widens every year, and that gap is pure optionality. You can retire earlier, you can switch careers without panic. You can take 6 months off to reset. None of that happens if you spend every raise. Number 5, here's the contrast nobody shows you. Let's compare 2 people. Both make $90,000. Both start at zero net worth. Poor Peter celebrates every raise, new car, bigger apartment, weekend trips, posts it all. His friends know he is doing well. After 10 years, his savings rate averages 8% because lifestyle costs keep rising. His net worth hits $110,000. He feels successful, but one surprise expense, medical, legal, family emergency, wipes out months of progress. He is stuck in a cycle of looking rich but feeling stressed. Every month is tight because his fixed costs ate all his raises. Rich Richard keeps the same car, same apartment, same habits. No one knows he got promoted twice. After 10 years, his savings rate averages 22% because his lifestyle never inflated. His net worth hits $340,000. He has options. He can take a year off, He can switch careers. He can say no without stress. He sleeps better because his runway is deep and his expenses are low. When his company announces layoffs, he is calm. When a friend starts a business and needs help, he can invest without panic. His life is not flashier, it is freer. Same income, different visibility, different outcome. That $230,000 gap is not luck. It is the cost of acting rich before you are rich. And here is the part that stings. Poor Peter will never catch up. His high fixed costs mean every dollar he earns is already spent. Rich Richard's low costs mean every dollar compounds. The gap widens every single year. Number 6, identity shift is the whole game. Here's the final piece. This is not about deprivation or hiding. It is about becoming the kind of person who keeps money instead of spending it to prove something. When you act poor while building wealth, you are training a skill most people never develop, separating your self-worth from your spending. Every time you skip the flex purchase, you reinforce the identity. I am disciplined. I am patient. I do not need external validation. And that identity pays dividends forever. You stop feeling the pull of comparison. You stop caring what people think. You build a financial fortress in silence. Think about what changes when you internalize this. You stop measuring success by what you own and start measuring it by what you control. Time, choices, freedom. Those are the real markers of wealth, and none of them require you to broadcast anything. Here's your next step. Pick one visible expense you have been using to signal success. The car payment, the apartment, the subscription. Cut it or downgrade it this month. Take the difference and move it to savings or investments. Automate it. Do not announce it. Just watch what happens when you redirect money from appearance to accumulation. That is how you win. Not by looking rich, by being rich while no one notices.